Hi doll fans, I am the Doll Business, and in today's video we're going to be looking at an exciting new product called Barbie Dream Besties. I was pretty excited to pick up all 4 of these and can't wait to show you them. This series, the Dream Besties, I was really looking forward to it. I liked the outfits and the details and the quality of the accessories, liked the color stories. So coming in with high expectations, and when I criticize, it's really because I want these to be better, or just really like sharing my perspective with the doll community and want to hear how other people find them, because that's how I'm perceiving them. In my videos, in all my videos, I try to look at a couple different things to give you a little more well-rounded perspective of the toys that we're going to review. We will look at the packaging design, we will look at the dolls themselves, and what I mean by that is the quality, the articulation, the hair type, the face screening. Is there pixelation? What to look out for. Maybe you expected something and it just didn't quite live up to that, or you expected nothing and it exceeded it. We'll also look at the fashion or the style, the clothes they come with, how the closures are, again, the rewearability, which I love, and we'll look at opportunities to improve, because again, I'm coming from a place where I want to praise what's done well and be constructive to work on the opportunities to improve and think, how can we cure them, or what would be better next time? So that's really the lens of where I'm looking at these. I'm really here clapping and seated for all toys. I really like toys. I was fortunate to grow up with a bunch of toys at all times, whether they be action figures, dolls, or whatnot, or like board games and more analytical type games as well. So I really like it across the board. If you take me to Target or Walmart, I will be checking out the toy aisle. Even if I'm not buying anything, I like to window shop and see what's out there. Always loved it as a kid as well. So that's where I'm framing most of my videos. I was eagerly awaiting this line. As soon as I saw the promotional images online, I usually look at youloveit.com because they have a great array and organization of all the upcoming doll lines. I wanted to check them out. Love the accessories. I'm hoping there's transferability, that everything here fits the Barbie Made to Move as well as the Poppy Parker. Liked the outfits, the cute packaging design. The fact that it's somewhat of a departure, it's a little different. I know there's like the, is it Barbie meets Bratz? Is it Ever After High? To me, it's like the Barbie Extra Minis as adult size Barbie dolls. That's the closest comparison I see, and as someone who really liked the detail put into those Extra Minis, I'm very much here and seated for this line. I'm a fan, I'm clapping. So I want to see what these dolls have to offer. And so we're gonna look at all 4 of them. Okay, let's start with the classic Malibu Barbie. I picked up 2 of these. I want to keep one in the package in case I just like to have some of my favorites in the box if I get the opportunity. And if I didn't do it now and wanted to do it later, it'd probably be a lot higher on the secondary market. So I'm gonna open. I don't really see a difference. I thought maybe one would have a better face or hair. I don't really see that. The other thing that I saw in a couple reviews of people who picked these up was that their dolls had a lot of marks all over the face, and they really had to peruse the store and recommended shopping in person. I didn't have that experience. Of course, I had a very limited selection to pick from, and I didn't personally pick them, but the 5 that the store employee handed me, no marks on their faces, no imperfections in the boxes. The only, let's say, defect I see is that some of the hair is sticking out of the boxes. Let's look at the package itself. So, love the Barbie pink. This is, highly recognizable right away. I like the graphic treatment that's designed down here. It's very shiny, ephemeral, like the dream looking like kind of like balloons. It's a really cool touch. I feel like they tells you what you might get in this line just by looking at this logo. Similar, like I love when a movie or a TV show, something like that, has a logo that is representative of what the show might feel like or make you feel like. Like the artwork, it's very animated, kind of anime or manga type, a little bit. Also meets like a little bit of Monster High with the big heads, large eyes type deal. It also says watch on YouTube Kids, so I'm hoping this is maybe an animated show and not a CGI or CGI type blend show. I prefer the more like traditional animation look like Studio Ghibli or Sailor Moon, not Crystal, the 90s version. So prefer would be that. I don't know, there's not really a lot of details and I didn't see it on YouTube yet. The back of the box, again, very consistent with the color scheme and the sparkles, as well as the logo. We want to represent what we're marketing here. We see all 4 characters. I like that. They're full body illustrations, so I can see some of their accessories as well as the full look of their outfits and hair and how I might style them, or, you know, I could replicate this if I'd like. So I appreciate that. They're not posed in ways that I couldn't pose these dolls myself. And then we have a little bio, which I always love this type of stuff. I loved it on the Sailor Moon dolls, which were like the 6-inch ones from the 90s, even though the dolls weren't great. I loved the little bio. If you're not familiar with what I'm describing, I mean the back of the box where we have this character profile and a couple of sentences about the character and some details. This is a great touch. Helps us emotionally bond with the character. Can we see ourselves represented here? Just connects on a little deeper level, and adds to the dimensionality and the fun. Similarly, I really like this when it's on Monster High, love Laguna. So this is just a small detail that really adds to the collector experience. And one opportunity I have here is let's keep exploring this. Let's add even a bit more detail here. There's so much noise going on in my house. I have 2 cats and a dog, so that's always going on in the background. Barbie Malibu. I will show the photo of this. I won't read it all because all the other reviews have read it, and in case you're watching them, you don't need to hear it here as well. No, maybe I should for posterity. Barbie Malibu. Hi, I'm Barbie. I love experimenting with makeup and helping my friends look and feel their best. Pretty cool. I like that they embraced the traditional like girly girl of Barbie, which I know some people like, some people may have a problem with, but I kind of like that she's going into that motif that she's kind of known for. Barbie is known as a, you know, attractive type of doll. So I like that. I could see this, you know, if this was a real person, she might love to experiment with makeup and that sort of help people look and feel their best. Dream, being a boss of my own makeup company. Very cool. Let's hope it's cruelty free. Favorite activities, makeup, crafting, and camping. Nice. It's a mix of different aesthetics there. I could see that. Favorite class, chemistry. Favorite color, obviously pink. Which shade though, right? Favorite thing, my clutch. It holds everything. That's the one part I feel like that wasn't carefully thought out, because this is the clutch, right? It doesn't even hold the accessories that she comes with, and it kind of looks small. Maybe if it was a backpack, like a Chanel type backpack or a Gucci duffel, I could see that, but this clutch definitely doesn't hold what she comes with here. It may hold the lipstick, and that might be it. It's like that episode of Pepper Ann where she had the backpack and it held one stick of gum. The package, yes. So let's go. This embossed dream is also a really cool touch. It adds to the dimensionality and the physical experience of interacting with the package. Paper is also made from responsible sources. I really like everything about the package, and I think I would probably move the accessories because these are very fun, very cute. I could see people buying this doll series really just for the accessories, especially this classic Malibu set where these are all pretty much aesthetically close to the 90s look of Barbie being pink. So yes, I would maybe move these accessories, which are very cute, to a more visible space here next to the doll's head. But I like the side package. No, I like the side of the package where the name is. So if I have a few of these stacked, I can tell who's who just by looking at it. I would say maybe the name should be the other way, kind of like a book on a library shelf. Because if I had to stack these, I would be stacking them like this, and I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably stack them with the heavier cardboard backing this way, so the blister pack is less likely to be crushed. The rumor is these are easy to open packages. I just want to look at it before I commit to an opening style and accidentally rip something. If you haven't guessed it by this point, all of my videos are pretty much train of thought, kind of opening and reacting in live time, and there's some pros and cons to that. Nothing is scripted, so these are all my first reactions. So you really just take it and you pinch this area, and the part that's inserted should come out pretty easily. If you do that, you can pull it. I would say maybe do this slowly. So I don't know about that rumor about these being super easy to open. All right, so now that I've done most of these, I can open this, and it's neat. It's kind of like a book. So I have my back pretty much preserved. So this was neat, but as you can see, it is kind of like a little tiny bit of origami folding to unbox this. So it looks like the doll is held in place with a couple things, a couple pieces of plastic, and there's a plastic backer on the hair. I like the cloud gradient background, again in a different tone of pink that complements the rest. I will say the only thing I don't love is the plastic pieces that hold the hair in, because they're so close that I feel like I may clip the hair accidentally when I need to cut these pieces of plastic. This feels like a new type of packaging for Barbie altogether. And it kind of speaks to the collector who might like to keep these. I've seen a lot of videos where fans talk about how much they like the art and they want to do something with it, maybe collage. Or if you ever just want to put the doll back in the package when you're not having her on display or playing or having a photo shoot, that could work too. Finally, let's look at the doll. So I've been filming for around 17 minutes and I just opened the doll, but as always, I'm gonna give a lot of thoughts. I've seen this before where the hair is very much held together here. I believe it's so it doesn't fly all over the box and get a little messy. Having said that, it does look a little unkempt in here. I've seen people talk about saran box hair, which I didn't experience before. Maybe I just didn't notice, but I love saran. It feels more realistic. It looks better. It has a nice sheen, but not super sheen where it looks like fake plastic, like nylon hair or polypropylene. I thought the hair would be crimped, and maybe it is. It's like, looks more like wavy, which is great. I thought it was crimped more like totally hair Barbie. And we'll cut these little plastic things. And you know what I'm talking about, these little, you can't really even see that, these little pieces of plastic. Some hair falls out. I don't know how we could make it neater in the package without using a lot of product or a lot more components of the package, making it either, you know, fully cardboard or fully my cat is like running at my feet. So I don't know how we could make the hair a little more kempt, like a Poppy Parker. We'd probably need a lot more product or possibly packaging material, which could also increase the shipping, which could also increase our retail price. So it's a trade-off, you have to think, right? Is it worth it? I liked the price point of these. These were $19, and if you're a Target Red card holder like I am, they're even a little cheaper. All right, so I thought this doll was paying homage to a couple different Barbies, the classic 50s one, possibly totally hair with a crimped wavy look, and also some modern fashionistas with maybe like the color of the hair and Barbie Extra. So sort of a blend of different things. So right away, I really like the shoes here with this big giant bow. These do look larger than most Barbie shoes, so I don't know if they will fit other dolls as elegantly. I like the clothes a lot. The color scheme is perfect. This is usually the color I think of when I think of Barbie. There's that sort of hot magenta pink. I like the face a lot. I don't love dolls with the large head somewhat, but I do like, you know, the Disney's Princess series, and I like the way this looks. It's a very cute facial screening, very pretty, large eyes, lots of details. The eyebrows are pretty cool. There's individual hairs painted on. They're a lot more detailed than the average fashionista or playline Barbie, and there's no pixelation, so that is a giant win. The pixelation prevents me from really even wanting the dolls because they look terrible, and I don't want to take the time to spray them with Mr. Super Clear and repaint them just so they could look like a great vintage Barbie or something like that. But the pixelation just stands out as, you know, poor quality, and it doesn't fit the others that I may use for a photo shoot or just want in my collection. I don't like it at all. That's something where I'd rather pay a little more and get a little better quality if those are the scenarios. I don't know why they went with the pixelation. It looks very depreciated and like something I would expect from technology a long time ago and not currently now when they're still able to do faces like this. This is what's happening here. So that's what's happening over here. In case you're wondering what I'm looking at or what that noise is, it's likely one of these two. There's also a puppy over here. So there's always something fun happening at my house. Okay, the doll. The gloves I also love right away. Very cool, sort of like an 80s. Would like if maybe this even came with a dress, but I like what I see here. The only part of the clothes I don't love as much are the jean shorts. If they just had that extra touch where there were real pockets, like some of the Monster High series where I picked up a G3 Laguna, she had real pockets. Love that. Could we do that here? And the doll does not have pierced ears, which feels maybe like a miss, because when I do think of classic Barbies, they always have, at least for me, like usually 90s, they always have pierced ears that I've seen. And they usually have a simple stud, just like this. This is the Pet Doctor Barbie from 1996, who makes cameos in a lot of my Barbie videos. And I gave her a wig because I make wigs and I sell them on eBay and Etsy. So if you like what you see, I'm also happy to make a custom wig. All right. The makeup is heavier than I like. It's silver, it's brown, and it's pink, and it's ombre. I think the silver is an ombre and the pink is not, but there's a lot going on, but it does look pretty good. Even up close, I don't see any defects. I like the thick Brooke Shields eyebrows. So really like the face. I know people were talking about somewhat of her facial expression with the mouth, like, and I see that, but I also, I like it. I don't see it immediately as derpy. I like the doll. I also like the hair. It is less densely rooted than I would like. You can see the scalp if you move certain pieces. Having said that, in this style, you don't because of the high ponytail. Two pieces up front are more what I was expecting overall for the whole hair texture, a wave or a crimp. So I'd like it maybe if it was more consistent, whether that's the soft wave or the full crimp throughout. I don't need these pink highlights either. Reminds me of maybe like in Parks and Recreation when Ian put a purple or pink streak in her hair. That's what it reminds me of. It also doesn't really add to the flavor of the doll because none of the pinks, well, maybe the mirror, but it's a little more cool pink, and this isn't, so doesn't fit the other tones. So those would be maybe my only notes. The doll looks a little thicker in terms of the legs than a classic made-to-move Barbie as well, so we will look at that comparison. She has a mirror, which is held with these clear rubber bands, which are great. I like that they had the doll posed with something in the box right away. It's perfect, it adds to the personality. So that's a plus. There's some thought into the appearance and positioning of the doll, the positioning of this whole brand, and then the actual positioning of the toy in the box. The hair is very soft. It's a very pale blonde, almost white color. Feels a little like loose if I shake it at the hips and possibly the head, but my trick for those, if you ever have a Barbie with a loose joint, you take these rubber bands, usually maybe even a thicker one, and you just put it around that specific joint and wrap it, and then tuck it away, maybe with a toothpick, and it usually solves it. If you have like a loose knee or head. Removed a few accessories and you can see the shape of the foot. The foot does look longer than other Barbie feet. And the body looks a little shorter and possibly wider. So if I have a made to move, and this is like the one time I dressed the made to move prior. I don't know if that was helpful or not, but let's take the sock off. So there's a difference in the feet size. She has a good amount of articulation at the knees, at the hip. There's no chest or waist, the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, and of course the head. And everything is Velcro in the back. There's elastic bands at the top. So this sort of peplum top is not my favorite, but it did look cute altogether, especially with the gloves. And the color is perfect. The material's pretty decent as well. And then we have these shorts. I like the fray detail, just missing the pocket and maybe even like a button or something at the top that could look like that. Barbie Dream Bestie is shorter in stature than the Made to Move or a Poppy Parker. She also has thicker legs and hips, it appears. And of course the head. Her feet are a little longer as well. That is a quick comparison. Let's see how the clothes work on a Barbie Made to Move or a Poppy Parker. Let's start with the shoes. So for those interested, the Made to Move does not fit the Dream Besties shoes at all. It will not work. It's a shame because it's a really cute shoe. And I like to get dolls who have transferability. Like I could buy a set of clothes and I know it's gonna fit any of them. And they also do not fit Poppy Parker. So Cinderella story here. This only fits the Dream Besties. Maybe it would fit Monster High. They have larger feet, but it also doesn't appear that it does because it's not wide, it's just longer. That's kind of a shame. I was hoping these shoes would fit. But let's see the clothes. All right, so the clothes fit. This looks good. I'm imagining the top will fit as well. Okay, so it's tighter. So they have a smaller bust. The Dream Besties have a smaller bust, and it does not fit. So the clothes are probably not going to work as well for those of us who wanted to buy the Dream Besties and have our made to moves put them on. You're probably going to struggle a bit. I would say the tops, at least this top, does not work at all. The waist is too loose for me here. There's not really that transferability that I was anticipating. So that's a little disappointing. I was hoping to get these and have the dolls, all my dolls, be able to wear them readily. Will not fit. I mean, it looks okay from the front, but from the back, it's pretty much open. And even if I really push it, it's not the best. And that's a shame. The accessories I expect to fit, except for the glasses, which I knew. The mirror is very cute and is oversized in general, and same for Barbie. Now we can look at the rest of the accessories, but we'll start with the mirror because it was already open. So love the color, the bow, the detail, the bee. The only thing I'd change maybe is making it a little more like the 90s, where it's like a foil or like some sort of sticker that kind of made it look a little more like a mirror rather than the blue and white gradient print here. Right, now let's look at the rest of these, which are so cute. Popping the toys or the accessories out of the blister pack reminds me of toys from a long time ago that I used to have, so it's always sort of nostalgic opening things in this type of way. So let's look at the accessories. We have a lot of things here and they're all pretty cute. I pretty much enjoyed each accessory that Malibu came with. However, my biggest letdown with the Dream Bestie series is the fact that the clothes do not fit Made to Move Barbie or Poppy Parker, and I'm expecting the same area of opportunity for improvement will be applicable to all the Dream Besties. Looking at the accessories, we have the hairdryer, the clutch that holds everything, and or just a cell phone. Everything is the color story of pink, so I like that aspect. It is pretty strong throughout. The makeup powder puff, this would have been neat if it had the same rubbery texture as the phone case. The phone case is also one of my favorite pieces, very much like a Saved by the Bell throwback for me. Love the phone as well. Maybe my favorite phone so far from Barbie. The best thing about this series, or at least this particular doll, is the accessories. They're very fun. The opportunity to improve would be the fact that the outfits almost fit the vintage, the Made to Move Barbie as well as Poppy Parker, but they just don't, they almost fit. The hair is really good. The facial screenings, I really like them. I prefer this so much over the pixelated ones that I really don't want to pick up. I will only pick up a pixelated if I like maybe the outfit or some of the accessories, and then they just end up on eBay. Also really like the packaging design, the Dream Besties logo. I want to know if maybe they're thinking of rolling more of these out, or if this is a trial run. With the extras stopping, it does feel somewhat similar in that we get a lot of accessories, some cool outfits and looks, and more of a unique look for some of the Barbies that set it apart. And now we can move to the other ones in the series. Now that we've opened Malibu, I'm hoping Teresa is easier to open, but there are a lot of details and no guarantees. I'm gonna put the opening of these as also an opportunity to improve. I really like the package, but this is kind of frustrating. I very easily could get all these rips. But again, the package design is beautiful. Okay. So that did not take us long. I would also like it if some of this was a sticker, because I could see people wanting to use these on their laptops or water bottles. Again, they're very pretty and it would lend itself to brand recognition, especially Barbie Dream Besties. That would be really cool as a sticker. Mattel, if you're listening. Pretty much a flawless face. Really happy. I really like this makeup. It's gold, red, and stars, which if someone were to tell me, and ombre, yes, yellow and gold. If someone were to tell me all of those things, I would say, that sounds really over the top, but it does look pretty here, especially with this outfit. The only thing I don't like is this one long straggly rat tail. No, I'm kidding. The hair is a little messy, but it's a pretty hairstyle and a beautiful color. I don't like this choice of texture for the shoes, the glasses, and the bear, which I knew I wouldn't. The accessories feel a little strange with the color story, where everything's pretty much coral and like a berry red. No, it's not coral. Coral's her favorite color. There's really no coral here. Headphones are orange. This is a bright red, and this is a cherry red. Bright red, and then we have this periwinkle blue for the phone case, a keyboard, and a backpack, which really feels random. I would probably prefer a complementary color. Before I fully unwrap the Teresa, I noticed she's the only one who does not have an accessory positioned with her in the package. Like the rest of them, I guess maybe they're counting the headphones, but it would have been neat if she was maybe holding the cell phone or holding the pair of sunglasses, and making it a little more synonymous with the rest of the set. And also I feel like the audience could see themselves maybe a little more represented, because people are usually always hunched over looking at their phone. Wouldn't want her hunched over, but the fact that we're very reliant on phones. If we had the phone in her hand, it would have been a cool touch. She also has these little bow clips that are really cute. I don't know if they're actual doesn't look like they're actual clips that I could put in another doll hair. I would have to use these little elastic bands to adhere them. So it's cute, but it stinks that it's not a clip. The more I interact with the Dream Bestie Teresa, the more she is becoming my favorite of the four. There's a lot to like here. You could see she has Teresa's iconic dimples, very pretty green eyes, and again, the iconic thick eyebrows that the Teresa dolls tend to have recently. Another reason I don't like the way that head is held in the package with all this plastic is the hair can be pulled out when you take it out. It kind of looks like signs of a struggle. There was definitely something going on here. Some sort of battle occurred. It's not a good look when you're opening the package and you're kind of creating defects or just ripping hair out needlessly before you even play with the doll. That's like, oh shoot, that doesn't feel good. So it feels like the hair could get messy quite easily right away. It also has those sort of soft waves where it's not crimped. The hair is a very pretty brown color with like a light orange throughout. I don't love the light orange or some random streak of color in the hair. I do like the brown, and I love the length. I love super long hair on dolls, which we don't often see hair this long. Teresa is extremely pretty, very beautiful face paint, no pixelation. I don't see any defects here, and given the amount of detail on the eye makeup, there easily could have been a lot. So let's take these elastics off. Now I do see that the elastic has picked up a little bit of red, so there could be some color transfer on this mesh blouse, I suppose. The dolls are different heights. I don't know if they're different body molds, like curvy. I think Teresa is the shortest. So if I remove her high heels, yes, that is accurate. She is slightly shorter than Malibu. So those little details are really appreciated. I would prefer if I could change one thing, that the clothes would fit the other doll lines more readily. I'll take that over the height variation, but I do appreciate the height variation. Hi, I'm Teresa. I love designing video games, leveling up my coding skills, start my own design and video game. No, start my own video game company is her dream. Very aspirational. Favorite activities: gaming, reading, and gymnastics. Favorite class is calculus. Favorite color is coral. Yet she's all in red, so And favorite thing, my headphones. This does look pretty well made. There's a lot of details. There's no pockets on the shorts, but the shorts are very cute. The top as well, and this mesh top underneath with the polka dots is very pretty, kind of like a turtleneck. I think these are really cute. This type of fabric is kind of notorious for cracking, and it does not have longevity, so it is really cute, but as you put it on and take it on and off dolls, and the fact that there is no Velcro backing, it tends to crack and get some wear marks or peeling, if anybody is familiar with what I'm talking about. Sometimes it also has a awful sticky texture. This would not be the material of choice for me. Best thing about Teresa is probably the face. She is very, very cute. The hair is a little more disturbed than I expected out of the box. I'm hoping the clothes might fit because they feel a little more elastic, and they might have a little more stretch than the Malibu outfit. News, the top fits. It looks similar to the Barbie Puma tops that were really neat from a couple years ago. I really like those two dolls. All right, shorts. I feel like they might fit too. They do fit. I don't think Teresa's any curvier than Malibu. Doesn't appear so. So I'm a little surprised the clothes are so different, but the top might be a different story, this top. I like that they put straps that look like a real material, looks like a braided red fabric. That's a cool touch. So there are some really neat details to the Dream Besties. And this top looks like it's not, this top's not going to fit whatsoever. If you are a customizer or you sew, maybe you could do an extension, but I do not. And these clothes aren't going to work for a lot of different dolls in my collection. And I'm disappointed about that. So I'll have to see if the Dream Bestie series continues. I might buy them for the accessories, but the fact that I can't count on the clothes and definitely can't count on the shoes to work for Made to Move or Poppy Parker puts a real pause on my view as the view of these as collectible. So yes, I don't see really any difference in the dolls besides I think Teresa's legs are a little shorter, which makes for the height difference. I also don't know about rebodying these. I think I could because the hole for the neck looks very similar to Barbie, a vintage Barbie or a Made to Move. When I've rebodied Disney heads onto Made to Move bodies, so pretty much would be the same thing, I imagine. Now, Teresa's accessories I'm not as excited by. Malibu had the best accessories of the bunch, and I was really hype for them. Of course, there are things I do appreciate from Teresa's accessory pack as well. I do like this cute phone, it says game over, and the backpack is okay as well. Kind of slim pickings otherwise. The phone case is kind of neat, but doesn't fit the color story. I like her clothes, probably the best out of the bunch. They're very cohesive. The shoes are terrible. The sunglasses, probably the worst. Let's skip ahead. All right, let's check out Barbie Dream Besties Brooklyn. I like that they are coming with two versions of Barbie. We have Malibu and we recently have Brooklyn, who I've seen mostly at Target. And she often has pretty cool hairstyles. I've seen her with braids a couple times. Now, having said that, in this series, I don't know if I love the hairstyle exactly. I don't love this is like maybe like JoJo Siwa with the high ponytail. They're not balanced, and all this tinsel is giving me Party City. But I like the brown color of her hair, and it looks multi-tonal. Just don't love all the tinsel. It is kind of a neat look, but also just I don't love it. Much like everybody on the internet, I also don't love this jacket. We've seen these varsity jackets with the fur sleeves a lot from Mattel, a lot from the Barbie Extra. No. Okay. Let's look at the box. Again, very similar to all the other boxes, except she has some of the tinsel and hair sticking out of this corner. Hi, I'm Barbie. I love expressing myself through dance, both on stage and behind the scenes. Cool. I like that they're giving them different personalities. I would like maybe 2 more sentences, or at least 1 more. Dream, become a world famous choreographer. Favorite activities, making up dance routines, video editing, creative writing. Very cool. We don't need to capitalize and use title case here. Favorite class, English. Favorite color, pink. And yet she's all in blue. Favorite thing, my adorable puppy. Okay, very cool. The puppy is here as well. And I like that it's not like the Barbie Extra where it's, you know, a dog in high heels with false eyelashes. All right, watch it on YouTube Kids. And I like even that their accessories in this illustration match what's here. We do see this very cute Barbie phone cover. And I love her vintage looking bag. So this is again one I purchased mostly for some of the accessories. I really didn't care for her outfit at all, or even the hair. All right, these are getting easier to open as I'm continuing. So first impressions, the hair is a little messy. There's a lot of like long, super long, probably loose strands. The accessories are all very cute. The phone is very hard to read because it's a lavender backdrop with white text, which would be an accessibility violation. I have 20/20 eyesight and it's hard to see it. Okay, we have these large, people have called them bamboo. I just thought they were like a gold medal, but I do see the bamboo. Earrings. I would prefer something a little different than what we've seen before. The doll is really cute. She has freckles. I really love the makeup. The lips are perfect with the gradient, and it feels like a natural lip color here, like the baby hairs on the head, and even the blue eyeshadow, which kind of reminds me of the 50s Barbie, or the original, I think, had that. That's at least what I'm picturing. Reusability for me in terms of what this outfit, besides the skirt and possibly a plain white top, I don't like a lot of what we're seeing here. I don't even like the texture of this, and I can see the netting underneath. The doll is extremely cute, very pretty face mold, pretty much flawless. I don't see any defects on the face. I like the makeup a lot. Again, the face mold is super cute. And the accessories are also a really nice touch. So Brooklyn's probably my least favorite of the bunch because of this hairstyle and all the tinsel, but I do want to give the doll her flowers. This makeup is extremely beautiful. The face mold is great. This natural sort of ombre looking lipstick, the baby hair details, I love all of that. If she had a different outfit, my opinion would really be different in this video, but the outfit is tacky. I do like most of her accessories. Brooklyn comes with a pretty detailed ring light made of different components you could take apart, and the phone actually fits into it, which is a pleasant surprise. She also comes with this vintage looking boombox or stereo, as well as the iPad that has some sort of music on it. As you can see, I have everything out on here, and it's kind of confusing what belongs to whom. And of course, this pretty cute phone case. If anyone is curious, the phone case is able to be held by the doll, and that is extremely cute. Love the star for the camera. Malibu and Teresa also have phones which can easily be held in their hands. Malibu was a little more difficult to get in the phone case, however. Skipping ahead in time a bit, I have Renee's package opened here. Hi, I'm Renee. I love vlogging about my two favorite things, skateboarding and trying new foods. She wants to host a food and travel show. She loves skateboarding, basketball, and painting. Favorite class is art, very relatable. Favorite color is purple. That tracks. Favorite thing, my laptop. I really like the color story we see in Renee's toy design, and all of her accessories are very cute, and they're all food themed. Lots to like here. First impressions, I've seen the earrings before. I like these earrings. I don't like silver, personal preference. I like the hairstyle. It's very cute. The bangs are perfect. The face is great as well. Again, do not see really any imperfections here. There's no pixelation. She has sort of a hazel with green and brown eye. The only thing I think is there's a little bit of a gap here. The hair is soft, it's saran. Again, there's tinsel, which kind of is cute because it matches the color and sort of this moment, but I personally don't love it. I like things that are a little more classic and timeless. I want to see how this series is received by the fans. They're very cute, extremely detailed in their outfits and accessories. They have really great face paints, detailed hairstyles, somewhat detailed outfits for Mattel, great color stories, articulation. It's a new body mold. All right, let's add Renee to the collection, and she is the tallest out of the bunch. Teresa is the shortest. And I like that Renee does not have, actually none of them have a super amount of product in their hair. The bangs are a little harder, but they're not super stiff, and there's no signs of hairspray on the face. You can see the clothing here and how it's constructed. The shorts are extremely cute. Okay, pretty interesting. Renee's outfit fits a Barbie made to move, so perhaps the taller proportions are what makes the real difference, because Renee has a similar bust to all the others, and yet the others do not have clothes that transfer as readily and fit as nicely. The heart part, however, does not fit. Let's take a look at what is becoming my favorite thing about the Dream Besties, the accessories. Renee has a lot of fun food-themed accessories. In particular, I love this toast bag, kind of giving me Sailor Moon anime vibes when she's running with a piece of toast. And it even opens, so I really love that. You can see the drink cup also opens. A little bit of a struggle to get that off one-handed. And we have pizza, a phone, and a popsicle case for the phone, a pretzel that is sadly lacking some salt detail, and a bag of chips, and then the laptop again carrying out that toast motif with a sunny side up egg on it. Out of the Dream Besties that we looked at today, it's kind of hard to have a favorite. There's pieces I like about each and every one of them. I love the accessories Malibu comes with. It's very iconic. Her outfit wasn't my favorite. Brooklyn I would rank as least favorite, mainly because of the heavily tenseled hair, and that outfit was just very lackluster. I struggled to find maybe even one thing I liked about it. Maybe that white tank top and the skirt, but they're not really reusable on other dolls that I collect, so. Renee, I liked the color story, I liked the motif she was carrying throughout, so she's a strong contender. But Malibu and Teresa were a little more fun for me. I liked their color stories and their motifs. Again, Malibu had the great accessories and a very iconic representation of Barbie. Teresa had probably the most beautiful face of the bunch, and she had a great outfit that had some rewearability for other doll types. So it's kind of a struggle between those two. I also really like the makeup across the board, which kind of goes against type for me. And normally I like the more natural look of a doll with minimal makeup, not really a lot of colored eyeshadow or color overall. But I did like these. The executions were a lot better than I expected. I saw no pixelation. That's a plus. And Teresa probably had the most fun makeup with the stars and the moons, sort of, again, that sort of celestial thing I always love and gives me like a Sailor Moon characterization. So Teresa's really up there, but I didn't love her accessories, so it's tough. But altogether, the line had some great things going for it with the doll's makeup, the face molds. They were all extremely cute. The fact that there's newness of the heads and the body types, I see that as a pro, and I also see that as a con, because the con is the clothes are not able to be worn by the made-to-move Barbie. So I'm someone who loves expanding a doll's wardrobe, so that's an immediate negative, and also gives me pause from collecting going forward. If the clothes fit, I would definitely be in line, eagerly anticipating the next Dream Besties launch and here and ready for it. It's the same with Monster High. Love all the details, but the fact that the clothes aren't able to be reworn, it stops me from collecting, even though I really appreciate the beautiful accessories they have and the characters seem really fun, and I love the character design. It's tough. The Dream Besties had really good accessories. I could interact with them. I could take the lids off and open things up. Purses all opened. The graphics were cute. The phones were also a really cool touch, making it kind of, you know, a little more modern, or people could see themselves represented in it probably easier. So I like that they thought about that at Mattel when they designed these dolls. Loved the character design of pretty much all of them. Again, Brooklyn just needed a different outfit and no tinsel, and then she'd be with the same level of the others for me. But yeah, I would like to see the show on YouTube, and cross your fingers, maybe it's traditional animation like Studio Ghibli or 90s Sailor Moon. I don't love CGI, but I hear Life in the Dream House was great. I have yet to find it. I think it's on YouTube. It wasn't on any of the streaming platforms that I regularly use, so it's harder for me to view it. Similar to Monster High, and then I learned they're like 2 minutes long. I thought it was a full show, and I think there's a new Monster High show maybe, but none of that is this video. This is the Dream Besties. Another win was the packaging. These were all artfully designed, very great color schemes working together. The packaging was harder to open than I expected, so that's a con, but it's also a pro because the packaging was not destructive when I opened it. And I love that because I could keep these in pristine condition if I want to put them back in the box or display them in the box or just keep the box for other needs. I think there's some opportunities where perhaps the Barbie Dream Besties package, the logo could have been a sticker. That would have been an extra cool touch. Of course, that could have also made production values more expensive, and we don't want to keep spending more and more. But the price points of these were $19, and I purchased all of them at Target. I do want to thank my local Target and that friendly worker who went to the back and grabbed them for me. So that was great, and thought the price point was pretty decent for what we're getting here, especially when you look at like the Descendants toys that just came out and aren't near this level of quality, and they're 25 or 26. So there's a few things that that I can appreciate with this line, and a few opportunities I would like to see where it grows or expands in terms of the rewearability of the clothes that I keep mentioning. Would like to see if maybe the next line would be put on the petite made to move body, because that is a little more reusable, and I can get the clothes to fit other doll types. Also, I'm always here for a made to move body. Love the articulation and the poses that provides. Having said that, I did like that these dolls were articulated, and overall I appreciated the design. It just threw me for a loop in terms of my expectations that the clothes didn't immediately lend themselves to the other Barbies. And the shoes, that feels like a miss, and it feels harder for the production as well as the consumer. But that is my wrap up of Barbie Dream Besties. I hope you liked and learned something from this video. If you leave some comments, I'm always looking for ideas for next videos or what you like. One thing I was thinking was, what are your unpopular doll opinions? I would love to hear them. I could probably agree with a bundle of them and give my reactions to them. Or what would you like to see in terms of video content in the future? I always want to make videos with in mind with what the doll community likes to see, and anybody who is subscribed to my channel, what they want to hear about and what they want to learn. I like to deliver that content. I feel like more rewarding for all of us. So, thank you.